This one's for the parents, the athletic directors, the coaches, the teachers, the principals, the administration in general, or anybody that has any kind of power over a sport when it comes to a young adolescent. I want to speak on something that I experienced when I was in high school that I think changed my life. It was one of the starts to changing my life, and nobody is at fault here. Let's just get that clear before I tell this story. If anybody is, it's actually me. I am the one who's responsible for my actions, and I just want to be able to kind of touch on what I went through to see if things have changed or if they can change just from a simple video like this, just to kind of express to adults on how much sports can actually hold a child together, especially during the school year. Let's get to the juicy details first. I graduated high school in 2016. And the first week of my senior year, I happened to get into a fight off of school campus, but there was 30 plus people surrounding us and everyone had their phones out, so the video went viral on the internet. With that being said, when I went to school the very next day, I was called out of my first period class by the principal, the school cop, and the athletic director at the time. I was not the only one involved in this fight. There were multiple people that fought in this time span, so there was about 3 or 4 of us that went to my school that were involved in this front office. And long story short, I was the only one at the time who was involved in sports, and the first sport of the year was about to be swimming. This would have been my 4th year on the swim team. I was captain worthy. I went to regionals the last 2 years. I could have made it to state because, it was a passion of mine, right? Keep in mind that my swim coach was also one of my former teachers throughout high school. So the main reason why I got in so much trouble for this fight when it comes to the school, because it was off a school campus, is because I was wearing an Orange Park wrestling shirt. I went to a school that was Orange Park High School, and so I was representing the school during this fight. With that being said, without any hesitation, the outcome of this incident was that I had a picture of me printed out in the middle of this fight with this shirt on, put right next to the athletic code that I sign every year as a student. And the athletic director looked at me that day and he said, "You are no longer allowed to step foot on another track or field here at Orange Park High School ever again." I will never forget those words. This was first week of my senior year. Mind you, track was my main sport. Swimming was fun, I loved it, but track was the sport that I wanted to go to college for. It was the sport I was most good at. Track doesn't come till the end of the year, and the only thing I could think of was, if I cannot participate in my sports, I don't want to be here anymore. I had just turned 18, so legally I was an adult, but I went to the guidance counselor's office, hysterical, following this meeting, and I said, I want the papers to drop out of school. A's and B's, and never had a fluke in high school before. Here I am about to graduate, and I want to drop out because I felt like my life was over and it shattered right before my eyes, all because of something that I did, a silly mistake like that. This was the turning point in my life, because although I fought it, and I fought it, my coaches fought it for me, to be able to still participate in sports, nobody could do anything. So I wasn't able to go to grad bash, wasn't able to go to prom, not because of this fight, but because I did so bad my senior year, because I just didn't care about life anymore, that I got those privileges taken away from me. I still end up graduating. I get my cap and gown, I walk the stage that night, and it was less than a year after that night, less than a year after the day that I threw my cap up in the air, that I was behind bars for armed robbery, a first-degree felony. Never been in jail before, never been in trouble before, just go big or go home, and that's exactly what I did. I then spent the next 2 years inside of a prison, and I got out, and here we are now, 5, 6 years later since I got out. And really, that's not the point of my story on where I am right now. My point is, if you can see, as that athletic director that day, as that principal, as the other administration that were in that room, they didn't see an issue with that, and they didn't see how that could have possibly affected me in the long run, and it wasn't really a long run, it was my whole rest of the year following that day. So we're getting kind of long into this video, and I hope you're still here listening, but if you are somebody that is in charge of some kind of adolescent in a sport, please don't take it away from them. I know it may seem so silly, and it's like, oh, it's not that big of a punishment, just please don't do that. Please take some of their steps and support them in their sports. Because I truly believe, to this day, if I would have never gotten in that fight, if I would have never gotten into that office and been told that I cannot participate in any more sports this year, that I would have gotten a scholarship for track, I would have been off in college, and my life would have played out completely differently. But just remember that everything happens for a reason, and what you go through does not define you.